Hey, Ennis here with MachMotion. I wanted to do a quick video, answer 10 common questions in the email bedmail space. Let's dive in. First question, can I use my existing motors and drives? Now, I get this question often, and the quick answer is no. In most cases, the existing motors and drives, they communicate differently than this pre-engineered package. So with that being said, we want to give you something reliable and supported long term. We just can't do that with the 20-year-old technology that's on your machine today. We do provide a spindle VFD. That's a spindle drive to control your spindle motor. Often I get this question, can I use the VFD if I have the belt and pulley set up? The answer is yes. Our support team can dive into this a little more with you during the initial setup, but just to understand, we've done this hundreds of times in the knee mill bed mill space alone, thousands of times in our 20 plus years. So just to be clear, we can do it. We have done it before on machines just like yours. Next question, is there a conversational package included in this kit? The answer is yes. We do have our Alexis conversational package. It does come standard with this package. The follow-up question to that is, do I have to use that conversational package? And the answer is no. In most cases, you have a CAD CAM in place. All the big names in the industry have a post for our control. So you go directly to them, you grab that post, and then you're off to the races. Can I use scales with this kit? Oftentimes you have scales on your machine. Today, the package that I'm referring to, it does not have that secondary loop for the scales. It does have encoders on the end of your motors, and that's where we get that feedback from. Often I get the question, do I need to replace my limit switches before I get this or before I install this kit? The answer is no. The encoders on our motors are actually absolute encoders, which means they know the location even when you turn them off and back on. So after that initial setup, you're good to go. Even when you power the machine off and back on, it still knows where it is within your home. And how hard is it to install this kit, and how much help is needed? If you are handy with a wrench, if you can read a multimeter, you should be good to go. I've sold this system to people who have no CNC experience at all. Through our support team, they've worked through and have a running machine today. How much help is needed, depending on your abilities. If you can read not even schematics, we do provide schematics, but the install is pictures and photos and arrows. So if you can read basic instructions, you should be good to go here. And how long does it take for the initial setup? That really depends on how much time you're throwing at this project. I've sold this to people who get the package Friday, and by Monday morning, they're running parts. I've also sold this to people to get the package, and then throughout a course of a summer, they work on it, tinker here and there, 10 to 20 minutes. So it really just depends on how much time you're throwing at this. Inside of a work week would be a good estimate for install time here. I only have single phase. Do I need to get a phase converter? This package is designed for single phase or three phase, 200 volt class, so 220, 240, right around there. If you have a phase converter, or you are generating your third leg with a phase converter, let our support team know. They'll help you with that configuration. But if you have single phase, no need to get a phase converter for this package. It is able to run on single phase. Is there a place to wire in my auxiliary outputs? So the outputs I may be referring to as like a work light, or your oiler, or your mist, or the optional probe, things like that. There is a place in the package to wire all those in, as well as in the install manual. there is a place that shows you with pictures and arrows how to wire that in. So I hope this was helpful. If you do have any other questions, feel free to reach out. 573-368-7399. Or just shoot an email reply and I'll follow up there. Thanks. Have a good one.